We have returned, ladies and gentlemen. It's been around a day or so since the previous part on the Noob To Pro series, and I can't lie to you all, I have some admitting I need to do. Remember how I said I was going to be saving up, tens of thousands of tokens and we were going to be rolling? Well, yeah, I ended up running into an issue, and that issue was getting the range tokens. Turns out these upgrades get really expensive, so I guess we're going to be, including this part in today's part 3, I believe it is. Yeah, it's part 3. Let's stop wasting time though. Feel free to like and subscribe if you do end up enjoying this video. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Psst, you there, fellow Anime Warriors viewer. I am here to disrupt your daily broadcast of Anime Warriors 3 content to bring you today's sponsor, Anime Battles. Now, I'm not going to waste your guys' time, I'm not going to spend 30 minutes yapping. Let's cut to the chase. When playing games, like for example, Anime Warriors 3 or just, any anime game in general, there is always going to be those times where you're like, hey, I want to try something new. I want to try maybe playing a game from the start. And that's exactly where Anime Battles comes in. First of all, having a look at some of the sneak peeks, let's get a rough idea of how the game works. It's going to be having some of your favorite features like, gachas, RNG, hatching, and of course so much more. Like for example, have a look at this character over here. It seems like there's going to be accessories, yen, and best of all, the game's going to be releasing this Saturday, July 4th. And I honestly don't think the game is going to be disappointing you. So if you just want to take a step back from, the Anime Warriors genre, or maybe you just want to, try something fun, brand new, or any reason at all, highly recommend you check out Anime Battles. All other relevant information will be found in the description and in the comments. But yeah, let's get back to the video. Alright, so first things first, I just want to point out, by the way, a new update has actually released since we last made a video. Update 4.5 is here, and although the majority of this stuff we can't really exactly claim or anything, like for example, Divine Passive Player, Divine Titan, there's just no way that I can go ahead and, get these in today's video. I still need to get, some like of the normal Divines. I have 0 at the moment. How can I expect to get the new ones already? But don't worry though, there are some things that we can actually unlock. For example, there is new upgrades with the Yen Wano. There is also a soft pity. I'm pretty sure the soft pity applies to every single gacha in the game. But let's start off with the yen upgrades over here, right? I've already started upgrading the drops multiplier over here. Now it costs 303 trillion per, I guess, upgrade. But of course, we still have, some of the other important ones like power over here. This is going to be a 2x multiplier. And then I guess we can get a bit of a yen multiplier over here. Then a bit of luck. Right now, I don't think we're meant to be maxing this out just yet. Probably the maximum price is going to be in the quintillions. But I think this is overall a good start, especially when you pair it up with the other upgrades that we're going to be doing. In this case, the trial upgrades. Yeah, I have 1.8k of these tokens, which I can go ahead and pop into over here, and then let's also get a few more yen and damage. There we go. We 100%, by the way, need like probably 20,000 tokens of these upgrade shards. But again, I'm pretty happy with these multipliers. They should make us really strong very quickly. But anyway, since that is done, what is the next thing that we're going to be doing? Well, I want to try and get, my power up by another probably times million or times a billion. That's where we can go further inside the dungeons and game modes and whatever. And then, of course, we'll get more tokens along the side. Now, can I even roll any of these gachas? Have I saved up any of the tokens? Okay, apparently I've already rolled the demon wounds over here. And I've already gotten the legendary, not too bad. What about the other stuff over here? We haven't started grinding that. Then there's the Infinity Castle, Infinity Token Shop. It seems like right now we are very broke. Can we even open up one of these Infinity Castles? We can, but the big question is, can we actually take out any of the enemies here? We also can do that. I wasn't even expecting that. For a second, I thought, the difficulty was going to be, I don't know, like TDE, DDE, and like health per enemy or something, like wave 1. But I mean, then again, we're still only on wave 5, but we'll take it. As long as we can get a little bit of tokens, we can start, rolling the first few upgrades. For example, the swords over here. I have a mythical sword, which I do want to, I guess, try and maybe get like a good breathing on it. So maybe I'll just roll manually until eventually I get like maybe an epic. Should I go for an epic? What does the epic even do over here? Increases damage by 35%. Okay, so from what I'm understanding, these breathings will always increase your damage. And what's even better is that apparently you don't even lose your best breathing, so I didn't actually need to do it manually. I can just put it on the auto and just hope I get a legendary or a mythical. And keep in mind, by the way, we got like 100 tokens from what, like 5-6 waves? That's nothing. That was like 1 minute of effort. Perfect, we managed to get the serpent breathing within those 100 rolls. Now the difference between the damage multipliers is going to be around 25 or 20 more percent. I really do hope that, you know, now when I like combine all of these mythical swords, it will transfer over here into like the tier 1, star 1, whatever you want to call it. But it seems like the easy time trial has opened up over here, so let's just make sure my drops are on. And now we have around the 3x drops multiplier, which should be giving me, yeah, a ton of those range shards along with everything else. Oh, would you look at this? I completely forgot that this was in the recent update. They've actually increased the max level of every single progression, now up to 60. So does that mean all the tokens that we've saved up till now, like for example, this 34k over here, we can use it to max level? I think we can, yes! Oh, just look at that, 29k. And then what about Titan 4? Okay, 9k, I mean, it's not really as much, but I think with 9k, we should be able to reach level 60 as well. Yeah, we're 53, 54, 55. Yeah, this is like really easy. I guess since we have, you know, all of those done now, we might as well have a look at like my total power multiplier. So we get 13.8 septillion per click. And even though that multiplier is, I guess you could say it's good, you know, it's not bad. It's still not enough to, you know, put a major dent into my new total, like, best energy. So we need to try and find out what the next best course of action is in order to, you know, boost up that energy multiplier. One of those methods could be maybe waiting for one of the shadow gates to open and try getting a shadow, since, you know, those might give me a multiplier kind of like what the titans over here give. Another thing could be that, you know, I try going for those last two mythical swords and then, you know, try fusing them up. Maybe I'll get a better total energy multiplier, kind of like how this Dragon Z blade is working. The main issue with all of those strategies, though, is that they're mostly time-locked. Wait, whoa, yo, whoa. When did I get this? Wait, I'm so confused. I haven't rolled anything today. Did I get this yesterday or 2 days ago? I literally was just having a look at like all of my gachas just to see if I had like any still on legendary or whatever. And then I just randomly have this divine. Where did it come from? I mean, obviously, you know, I'm not complaining. Maybe the devs were like, you know, wink wink and they gave it to me. Obviously, they didn't do that. I've never DM'd the devs, but I guess I must have like sometime within the past 2 days rolled maybe like some of my extra shadow tokens. I got this and then I never knew. Is this a sign? Is this a sign that I should start rolling the other gachas? Maybe I should start doing that right now. Which one do I have a lot of tokens of? This I have 18k. Maybe I can get a secret there. And then I guess maybe as well we can roll these passives as well. You know, maybe we get some of the new divine ones. But that's crazy! The free-to-play divine! I really wish I got that on camera. I wish I knew that! I would have, like, made it like the intro of the video, you know, like, yo, I got this! I guess we'll just have to, like, you know, find a different solution for the time being. So, whilst we have, you know, all of that rolling in the background, let's go ahead and claim all these achievements. Yeah, we might as well claim them. You know, they're going to be giving us those like 5% extra drops and whatever, including, yeah, 5% here. Yeah, there we go. Let's just claim this. Now we should be just that little bit stronger. And then maybe I think I'll also start grinding the rank ups. I think even though, you know how I love to like save up my energy multiplier till I can like, you know, spam 5 rank ups. I think that's kind of a waste of time at the moment. So we're just going to go ahead and rank up, and then I'm also going to unequip my delay on the power potion, and hopefully it shouldn't take too long to maybe get another rank up or two. So I might as well just go ahead and pop on the auto rank up over here. I have to go AFK probably for like an hour or two anyway, so we might as well just have, you know, that cooking on the side. We can also leave this dungeon over here. We don't really need to continue that much. And then actually another thing I want to do right now, let's just stop the previous gacha, is the cosmic scale. I have a bunch of the exchange tokens, so I actually want to try and go ahead and just exchange for, you know, a few of these over here. So let's just maybe exchange, I don't know, like 10,000, you know, something like that. Craft. Yep, there we go. This should be enough to maybe get like a legendary or a mythical, you know, just a tiny bit extra more. So let's just wait until we run out of the tokens. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and let's just say, you know, we got lucky. We managed to get the mythical over here, aka the 0.05% galaxy. But as well, not only that, we also managed to get two other things. Number one, we got the mythical power 6, which is again at 0.05%. The increase in energy goes from, I think, 2.5x to 3.5x. Yeah, so overall, really good, really nice to have. And then as well, from the hatching, you know, that we've been doing for quite a while now, we also got Igros over here, our very first secret hatched unit. Keep in mind, these jewels, I'm pretty sure we got them from like the free-to-play pack. This is the first secret that we've ever hatched or ever rolled in general. So let's just equip him along with my full energy setup. And what is my multiplier per click looking like now? 1.2 octillion. Not too bad indeed, if I do say so myself. Don't forget, by the way, we can push, you know, obviously that multiplier even higher once we go ahead and complete all of these world quests, since apparently I forgot a few of them along with the one I was currently doing. Solar Quest, Titan Quest, Wano Quest, and then as well there's still some more stuff that I want to roll, like the swords over here. I want to try getting, you know, a few more legendaries, maybe 2 more mythicals to make that first tier 1. And then if we get a secret Sungo dagger, you know, that would be really cool. But obviously, you know, that's going to be entirely dependent on our RNG. So let's continue working towards trying to get, you know, those shadows. Then I guess as well we can try rolling for a few titans as well. Maybe we can get, you know, the new divine, or maybe just a secret. I just realized actually we need to save up a few more tokens here. I forgot about that. I guess I'll, you know, grind this another time then. There's actually one more thing over here I want to try out just before I cut out. I've never done a Titan wall defense before. Like ever. I've never done this once. So, you know what that means. We're going to be experiencing it for the first time, and I'm going to be showing you all if the amount of range that I have right now is even worth it. Maybe it's not. Maybe I still need, like, you know, level 18, 19, whatever, you know, and yay, that would be so fun. And awesome, yo, I think we just got our very first shadow. Iron, legendary rank B. It doesn't give us an energy boost, but it does do 50% of our damage. So he's going to be helping us out with, you know, taking on all the different enemies. And then I guess he's also going to be, you know, technically helping out in regards to the Titan defense. So let's just start this over here and teleport on to it. So, perfect. Yeah. I was hoping that the defense would be like this. We don't really need that huge of a range. We just need to AFK over here. But this is what I was hoping to test out, right? The ability to auto retry and auto leave. We even have 3 times speed thanks to the new update, you know. They gave us the ability to go up all the way to 3 times speed. And now just look how many of these tokens we're going to be getting. Yeah, remember when I said about leaving grinding the Titans for another day? We might even be able to do it as early as like an hour from now. Let's just go ahead and let's, you know, figure out how this is going to work, right? I want to see if I'm able to AFK this efficiently, you know, maybe get to like wave 30 or something and then have it set on auto leave and auto retry. So at the moment, they only have like 860 SX HP. That is literally nothing at all. We also have all the achievements over here, which it seems like we're going to be unlocking one of the main ones really soon. Yeah, this one's 5% drops. And then where's the one that gives us the extra equip? Here it is. So this is pets per open. And then the extra equip is going to be at wave 100 over here. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, right now, what's the HP at this moment? 7.80 C. So it seems like at this point in time, we can somewhat, you know, grind a decent amount of tokens from this Titan raid within, you know, only a minute or two, you know, something like that. This might even be as well one of the best farms for grinding the exchange tokens as well. You know, if we, for example, max out, let's say the Haki, race or whatever, and then we just want to exchange all of our extra tokens, since this is 3 times speed, it might be, you know, the best thing, or it might be at least on par with, you know, all of the other raids. So at least, you know, in that sense, it is worth it. But any second now, we should be just about to run out of one-shotting. Yeah, there we go. We're no longer one-shotting. So we want to leave around wave 40. So wave 40, and we'll set it at auto leave. But just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially unlocked our very first AFKable game mode. Let the locking in begin now. All we have to do from this point onwards is probably save up like 100,000 race tokens or something and 100,000 hockey tokens, maybe millions, you know? Then we'll just roll them, get secret gachas, maybe get divines. We'll just do a montage of, you know, whenever something interesting happens, right? If I get, you know, a divine or a secret, I'll cut back and I'll showcase it. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, or well, it could be afternoon or evening for you all. Let's just say it's 6 PM the next day right now. And I can't lie, I completely forgot to record every single step of the way. But I don't think it's too much of an issue though, because I only got, I think, like 4 things. But those 4 things can be seen as like insane. For example, you know, what do I mean by that? Well, let me just go ahead and open this up. We got another divine, the second divine of the video, and we might have even gotten more because, you know, all of like my gacha stuff stopped rolling. So either A, I ran out of tokens, or B, I got another divine or something. Let's see. So here's another secret. We got the god, which is going to be giving us 10 times power. Then over here, this is still going to be the mythical. Okay, so no divine there. Did we get a secret here? Yes, we did. We got the secret Jaeger, giving us another 10 times energy, and then some other stuff. We completed all of the quests over here that we were missing out on, you know, all the world quests. So let's just claim all of these. So 1, 2, and can we please claim this one, game? Hello? All right, there we go. Did we get anything else along the way? We got a few mythical swords. We also tiered it up. And something that I do want to point out is that it seems like the breedings that you get stay on your swords even when you fuse them. If only I was able to get a few more of those tokens. Yeah, if only we got a few more. I mean, we might as well just have this, you know, rolling in the background, you know, why not? But anyways, last few things that I want to, I guess, go ahead and showcase, you know, stuff that I could potentially do on camera. Let's have a look over here. So auto rank up can go off. Did we get a new avatar? I'm not sure if I already showcased this, but I also got a Bellion. I also got some divine units as well. You know, I guess my luck was cooking overnight. We even have a shiny secret, but unfortunately, the shiny secrets can't be equipped because it isn't better than the divine. But I might have a solution. We might have enough tickets to get the extra equips. Yes, so let's buy that. And now he's gonna be on my team. Let's go. Does this finally mean we can cook in the 6th world and maybe unlock the 7th world? You know, 6th world, 7th world, you know, 6, 7, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm being cringe right now. Please ignore that. But as I was saying though, can we at least start, you know, one-shotting some of the units over here? Because we have like 12 DE HP. Let's have a look. So we're one-shotting these people, so not too bad. I'm pretty sure these are like the 1 or 2 enemies before the mini-bosses. And then if we just complete this quest and then run on over here, yes, we can one-shot the mini-bosses and then we can two-shot the normal boss. So when it comes to completing the world quest, we can definitely do it 100% right now. And also, by the way, this is what confuses me. I've noticed that along like this world, there's just like a ton of these like crows or whatever, but I have no clue what exactly these crows do. Like, are they supposed to be giving me some kind of accessory? I mean, that's what I'm gonna assume. It says crow like accessory, like ACC. 10 out of 100, so I guess you can get an accessory if you collect 100 crows. I hope it's worth it because I'm pretty sure only 1 crow spawns every like 10 minutes or something, so, you know, getting all 100 will take a hot minute. But that is going to be the world quest for World 7 now done. Should we immediately hop on through? I mean, we might as well, you know, let's just check it out. So we have a new gacha, a clover raid giving us a new avatar, tokens, so just a bunch of tokens. Then we also have a merchant giving us Asta armor for 125,000 clover coins. And then as well over here, we have a battle pass, we have grimoires, and it seems like we actually have 2 slots as well. So overall, it just seems like we have a lot to do in this world, and I don't want to end off the video just yet, you know. I don't want to just say, you know, I'll leave it for tomorrow's SMG. I want to at least, you know, try doing something today, you know, just so then you guys don't say I'm like lazying out or whatever. So let's see, how much stronger am I now in the Infinity Castle? Well, a good thing is that I can take out all of the enemies without moving, so I can theoretically AFK this, you know, assuming that I get enough keys. But that's not the only thing we want to check out. We want to see if we can get a decent amount of waves. So we can get to wave 10, so we can at least take out one main boss. But then from that point onwards, it seems like we can't get that much farther in terms of at least, you know, one-shotting, two-shotting, three-shotting. So probably we should set like the auto-leave to probably something along the lines of like wave 12 or wave 11. Regardless though, that one run gave me around 1,000 of these tokens, which we might as well go ahead and, you know, start rolling towards, I guess, you know, the 1,000th mythical pity. And hey, maybe we get lucky, maybe we get another divine, you know, third divine of the video. In terms of the other stuff though, I don't really want to bother, you know, rolling any sword passives until I start getting the secret swords. And then I guess I could farm for these upgrades over here. Like they'll 100% be really, really good to max out. But again, I don't think I feel confident enough to like farm the Infinity Castle and like make good use of my keys. I think I might just go into world number 7, maybe 1 million times my energy again, and then I'll farm the Infinity Castle to, you know, max out the upgrades and also max out the battle pass. That's actually one of the things I want to go ahead and see if I did any good progress on that. Let's actually find out where that battle pass is. I heard actually one of the units that you can get from it, apparently it gives like some kind of like good multiplier because it's always better than your best pet. So I mean, hey, it sounds good, but I guess it depends when we get it. So is it going to be like the final enemy? Yeah, it's going to be the final one. So we have to get to wave 30. But I mean, at least, you know, we can get a few potions over here, some free-to-play tickets. You love to see that. And as well, at wave 15, we also get the Doma hat, which is going to be an accessory. I want to get that. Yeah, let's try and get it by putting on my damage setup, maybe a damage potion as well, and let's see, will that be enough? Hey, yes we can reach wave 15, so that is definitely the accessory unlocked. But as well, look what we got over here, we got another mythical, which is like I think another 2x times energy, something along those lines, so very, very nice to have once again. But let's check out this brand new accessory over here. Is it going to be going on the main team? Yes, it is. Ooh, 2.75x energy, 2.5x damage, and 2 times yen. So it's a kind of a mix of the Akatsuki hat and the Iron Shield. And then it also adds like an extra like 2 times on top of everything else. So 1,000,000,000% get on my team. We're only missing now the accessory for like the back, and I'm pretty sure you get that from the ninja raid, but I've been like avoiding, I've been scared to try and grind this because just like look how much range I need to be able to AFK this, you know. I don't want to run around for like 3 hours straight for a 0.1% drop. Yeah, I think I'm just sounding like a bit of a baby right now, so let me try and avoid, you know, the baby SMG and the Unk SMG, you know, shenanigans, kind of like accusations. Let's run around until eventually I get the back accessory. Hopefully this shouldn't take too long. But then again, I'm pretty sure to be on odds, I need around 1,000 kills. And considering that there is 5 enemies per wave, that will be basically 2 full rounds, I think, of getting to wave 100. And I don't think I'm strong enough to get to wave 100. How much HP do these enemies have, actually? Maybe that will give me a rough idea. 260 SX. SX already? Ooh, yeah, I think my maximum limit right now is going to be around, I think, wave 60. So I think, let's see. Yeah, I basically hit the nail on the head in terms of, like, I guess, predicting what wave I'd get to. We got to around, I guess, wave 70. You know, not too bad, not too bad. We also did actually manage to get the sandbag. Unfortunately, though, it's a back accessory, not a shoulder accessory. So, what goes in this slot? I just have no clue anymore. My next best guess would be the crow, but I thought the crow would be some kind of like, you know, head accessory, you know, like the crow would sit on your head maybe. I mean, I can definitely see a world where, you know, it can be on your shoulder, but I mean, I have to get 100 of them to basically guarantee myself getting it. Let's see, actually, did any of them spawn? Yeah, I'm seeing a few in the background over here, so we might as well just grab these. Yoink! Let's grab that one over there, and then let's also grab this one. And oh, wait, there's one more back here. There might even be a few more, so now we're 13 out of 100, and I think that's all of them that have spawned right now. I'll keep in mind to keep on like checking this world every like maybe 20 minutes, you know, once they like stack up in the spawning. But now with that done, let's just double check if I got anything good from like the stars or the swords or whatever. So did we get any more units? No, we didn't. What about the swords over here? Ooh, we've got a Sungo dagger, our first secret sword, and it is much better than this mythical over here. Wait, what's my energy gain looking like at the moment? 12.7 non-million per click, which it seems like I might even be able to push it up that little bit more. Yeah, we can get pets per open, a bit more XP, damage, yen, power, so let's just claim all. Then I guess to push up our energy gain, you know, that little bit further, we'll just like take out a few enemies over here, just get enough tokens to roll the Clover Gacha once. Let's just see what we get over here. So stop the gacha roll, put on the auto over here. Immediately, epic acquired, giving us 2.5x energy. And then I guess the last thing that we're going to be doing for the time being is just popping all of my coins into power over here. Now we have 5 times the energy that we had literally like 10 seconds ago, and my total energy is going up visually. So if I were to pop on, for example, energy potion over here, right? Not that one, this one over here for maybe like 30 minutes, we should be able to reach like 100 decillion, maybe 200 or 300 relatively quickly. But in terms of progression though, at this point I think we've reached the stalemate, if you could call it that, of where it's not smart to keep forcing myself to go further like ahead, but I should stop, I should look back. What do I not have maxed out? What do I not have as secret gachas? This is an example. Can I get a divine? Well, I have 230k tokens over here, so it's definitely possible. Same thing for the passives, same thing for I guess some of the other progressions as I recently unlocked. You know, I could easily get another 10 more levels over here. I could continue to save up, you know, the upgrades. So once again, I think I'm gonna, you know, do my usual stuff, you know, the mining off camera, you know, I guess in Minecraft terms. I do promise to you though, nothing insane is going to be happening apart from maybe getting some divines if I get really lucky. Quite literally, the majority of, I guess, the next day or two, if I even spend that long, is just going to be me sitting here, getting a bunch of like infinity castle keys, then just, you know, running them on loop over and over and over until I get, you know, a ton of the coins, a ton of the tokens. And then, I mean, I might as well just go ahead and roll like this gacha, for example. You know, as I said, I have 230k tokens. We might as well try our luck at divines. We'll also get the secrets that we're missing out on, like in the Slayer Village. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, as I promised, I'm not going to be doing anything too crazy, but there is a good chance that we're going to be having some more divines by next time. I'll see you guys then. Like, subscribe if you guys did end up enjoying this video. And apart from that though, my name is SMG, and peace out.